Manchester City versus Manchester United, a derby full of desperation and decline.
I want to hurt myself, yeah.
In matter of fact, this Sunday, heavily anticipated Manchester derby has all the makings of a must-win showdown for local rivals Manchester City and Manchester United. In this video, we're going to dive right into both teams have the underperforming issues this season, and we've seen some weird behaviors from Pep Guardiola as he's losing his mind.
Pep, sorry to go off topic, but you've got a cut and apparently some others.
Yeah. With my finger here, with my nail.
What? That's fine.
I want to hurt myself. Yeah. Good night.
It'll be okay.
The question is Pep Guardiola okay? Or will Ruben Amorim send him to cuckoo land? You see, the Blues are in poor run of form with only one win in last 10 games. This is unprecedented in all competitions, with the latest 2-0 loss against Juventus in the midweek in Champions League. This is the derby. This is the anticipation. This is MUFC Realist TV, diving right into the root cause analysis. What will be the result in this derby? Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get right into the show, shall we?
Garnacho!
Has the Premier League ever been more challenging?
Will you be in the dugout at Old Trafford on Sunday? I will be here. Definitely.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, let's go, people. This is the Manchester Derby, the anticipated Manchester Derby happening this Sunday between Manchester City and Manchester United on the... it's arguable to say it's a rivalry, but what is going on with Manchester City? There's never been a better way for Man United to come in and get a result out of Pep Guardiola's City. The question we raise here, how can a team that won 4 Premier Leagues and the Champions League last season underperforming this way? I mean, City currently in Champions League sitting on 22nd after losing it 2-0 against Juventus and facing PSG, and also facing not to make the cut in the Champions League to advance. Also, if you look at the Premier League table, Manchester United currently sitting on 13th on 19 points, and Man City sitting on 27 points, having to register 1 win in 10 games. And what is the media saying about it? Nothing. They're downplaying. You're looking at Man City, arguably to say injuries. You can't just blame the whole team turn into draws just because you have one injury on Rodri. If you know, you know. How can you then look at Akanji that's out injured and John Stones also turning into shit? You look at the likes of Jack Grealish, £100 million player that hasn't scored in 1 year, and a Haaland that doesn't even score or firing. The whole team is underperforming, under morale. And in my opinion, it stems down from the manager, 100%. Now, what's going on with City? I mean, of course, we have to look at two sides of the story, and let me know what you say. If you go and look at the form guide here, in the Premier League, you can see the Man City form guide currently sitting on loss, draw, win, loss, draw, while Manchester United are currently sitting on 3 wins and 2 losses in the Premier League, and Ruben Amorim is adamant to get a points tally result here against Pep Guardiola. And do keep in mind that he actually outclassed Pep Guardiola in the Champions League with 4-1. So can history repeat himself? Can he break the camel straw on Pep Guardiola and send him to cuckoo land? Let's go in to see what Ruben Amorim had to say. Let's pull out his interview. Let's do this. Add this to the stage.
So, Ruben, we have got your first Manchester derby at the weekend. How much are you looking forward to it?
I am always looking for coach Manchester United, especially in the derby. But we have so much to focus. We are focused on to improve day by day, and we want to see different things. I think we.
And I agree with what Ruben is saying here. For him, that came in 3 quarters in the season, he's just looking for improvement to see experiment who fits in the system, a 3-4-3 system or 3-5-2. It kind of switches it up. So there's no pressure for us to come in here. Manchester United currently sitting on 13th spot, and We have no pressure, while City has a lot of things to play for.
He did a good job in the first half against Arsenal, so we have that ability. We have players to do it, and we will try to do it again and try to win the game.
We obviously had a late winner against Pilsen. How much energy does that give the squad going into this game to show them that resilience wins?
Well, that's a very good question, because that breeds confidence. That late winner, the comeback against Pilsen with 3-2, breeds confidence into the Sunday's derby. While if you look at Manchester City that lost the 2-0 against Juventus, they are a wounded animal and low self-esteem, confidence, in my opinion.
It's so much important to, when you go to prepare the next game, you have the feeling of winning. So you don't care away about the winning. We should win this type of games that we had Thursday. So now we're going to another game. We need to win. We lost the other two in Premier League. We have to have this feeling of winning these kind of games, and we will be ready. Of course, we know that we have a lot to improve. A lot of things are changing here, but we will fight for the game.
Yeah, but that's what my point is. It stems down from the manager to breed in that winning mentality, to push on the boys to go and perform. But when you have seen Pep Guardiola lately, I mean, it all starts from the managers. If the manager is not on it, we've seen with Jurgen Klopp, he's burned out, or, you know, you can clearly see that with the scratches on his nose and everything, that how can you get the best out of your team? It doesn't stem from one injured player in having Rodri injured, you know, where the overall arching performance of the entire team stinks. That has to come with the manager, in my opinion.
And this could be a great time to face Manchester City. Obviously, they have been struggling recently in their performances. Do you think that's obviously a good start for us?
No, I think I have a huge respect for Manchester City, but I'm just focused on Manchester United.
And that's it. Huge respect for City, but just focus on Manchester United in our game.
We have so much to do here. In my mind, only exists, of course, we need to have a strategy. We need to understand the opponent, but my focus is...
But he understands the opponent already. He got the best out of, Pep Guardiola in the Champions League with the 4-1 victory. So it should be a walk in the park. And playing at Etihad is not long distance. It's just up the road. It's in Manchester. It's an Etihad, Etihad anyway. And I think that the City fans were depleted and morale is gone.
Just Manchester United. So we just want to improve and to win games.
And finally, there is so much passion around the Manchester derby. It's the pride of the city. For you, how excited are you to feel that electricity, that fight for the pride?
I felt that every day. Every day where I go in Manchester, I felt that electricity, not just in the derby day. I felt in the Bodo Glimt, the first game. So for me, it's always the maximum. So I think I will not feel the difference. Every game for this club is like, I feel that.
Excellent. So every game is electric. You know, Manchester is always red and always been red, in my opinion. So thank you, Ruben Amorim, for clarifying that. And he's got a strategy and plan. He's got something in mind. He knows how to get the best out of it and get best morale out of this team. But if you look at Pep Guardiola, of course, he's a broken man. You know, there's a lot of question marks going on. What's going on with Pep? So let's bring in what Pep has to say regarding this as well. Let's go.
Hi, Pep. Sorry to go off topic, but you've got a cut and apparently some others.
Yeah. With my finger here.
Yeah, we know that one. That's one flew of the cuckoo's nest.
With my nail.
Well, what is this going on? Right? Has he lost the plot 100%? Did he have a bust up with players? You know, is this Pep Guardiola knowing what's going on with Manchester City 115 charges, which is now increased to 113 charges? I mean, there can be an argument to the point as well that everyone in the club knows what's going on. They might face relegation in January. Is that what they're done tooling? Is that what Pep Guardiola is kind of playing for his own sack? Well, we can only speculate, but the broken man, the broken face, and the way he speaks tells that he is gone.
That's
I want to harm myself. Yeah.
When you say you want to harm yourself, dude, that is a serious mental issue. Bro, let's continue.
Me personally, I need that loses. I want to be honest. For the club, it's exceptional that happened.
What? What? I have heard no other manager to say that I need those losses. It's exceptional. Well, is that you feeling numb or feeling psychotic all of a sudden because you've been successful and now you're on a slum? To lose, you have to feel something.
Exception.
Exceptional. Really?
But we have to find a solution. I have to find the solution or the reason why with the players to try to win games.
Pep is losing it, and Manchester City are losing all their games. Pep is starting to look like a psycho man, and honestly, I understand it. When have you seen Manchester City look so dull? This team is in free fall with no wins since October 26. And the first time in my life, it looks like Pep and the City team have ran out of ideas. But you can make an argument that this was a long time coming. It was a ticking time bomb. Manchester City started the season flawless. 5-5, Haaland going back-to-back hat-tricks, and this is even before Rodri was playing consistent football. Rodri gets hurt, and everything explodes.
But how can it be on one player? How can it be on one player?
Long time, this City team and Pep have relied on Rodri as the glue that holds this entire team together. His crucial goals, his leadership, but honestly, it's the ability to give this team so much control.
But if it's on down to Rodri, if you have one player injured, doesn't mean that the entire squad is shite. I can't believe it. Either it's they know that they are coming down with 130 charges, or Pep Guardiola has totally lost his mojo.
He dictates the play. When City lose the ball, he's the destroyer that wins the ball back.
I don't believe that. I don't believe one single word that it's coming down to Rodri. 100% no. I mean, guys, ask yourself in the question, leave yourself a question in the question mark. Because at the end of the day, the media is not talking about it enough. Whenever Man United do have injuries and lose this game, the media headlines are all over the shop. But nobody's talking about the flop signing of Grealish. 100 million that haven't scored for 1 year. How can you then look at John Stones turning into a shit Stones? You know what I mean? Like, you know, and if you look at City's news at the moment, the way it's going, it's not looking great. You know, Pep Guardiola is definitely out of service with the versatile England international. Rico Lewis is not available. Manuel Akanji, John Stones has question marks all over the shop. Defensively, Nathan Aken looks like he's coming back into the squad, but the rest, you can't even say that Guardiola, that you also spent 100 million on, is also turning to shit. So what's going on here? And why is media not, you know, saying anything about it? Well, 100%, like, you know, might it be this, right? Might it be this, people? That Manchester United are facing 113 allegations. It can be. You know, the morale within the team, Pep falling out, the board members or the senior executives jumping ship. But of course, this is Manchester Derby. 100%. I don't know. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section below. Guys, I want to add a clip to what the media is saying. I mean, of course, I think that City needs to be called out.
Let's talk about it, Jamie. What's your take?
Well, this is Jamie Carragher talking about City, calling it out. I like that.
I think what this has proven is the best coach in the world for me hasn't got the answers for it. And what that tells you then is this isn't a tactical problem. Really, this is when players in a certain position, the legs go.
Well, I don't think it's at a certain position the legs go. It's just that the manager has lost the plot. You know, if you look at Pep Guardiola, he's already managing a team. Like, he walked into Barcelona, there was, you know, already a team made for him. You know, Man City, Chile City, they already made his squad available. And it can't be this. Like, it might be complacency that you are absolutely losing the plot, right? You're such a good winner, and as soon as you start losing games, how do you pick yourself up as a manager, as a coach? Well, the whole team is depending on you. Jamie Carragher is calling it out.
And no matter who you are as the manager, you can't fix that. And it reminds me a little bit of Liverpool 2 years ago.
With Jurgen Klopp, yeah. When Jurgen Klopp came out and raised the red flag to say, I'm burned out, I can't not do this anymore, and he stepped out.
When Liverpool had Henderson and Fabinho in midfield, and Liverpool that season finished outside the Champions League, they finished 5th. And I think Manchester City have got a real fight on their hands to be in this competition next season.
No shit. Yeah, if they lose on this weekend, they're comfortably sitting on 4th, but they will slip down to 5th or 6th and 22nd in the Europa Champions League, facing PSG. I mean, this is unprecedented. So are Manchester City there for the taking from Man United? I certainly believe so. But I want to hear from you guys in the comments section. What is going on and what do we expect? Team news-wise, we heard Ruben Amorim that everyone is fit for fight. His kind of way of rotating the team is kind of to figure out who will play. And of course, we had an exceptional win over the Europa League. We played midweek against Victoria Pleasant. It was a 3-2. Will he rotate? 100% he will. According to my opinion, the team squad, what I believe and how you should play against City will be to set up a 3-5-2 system instead of the 3-4-2 system. Why? Because you can never count out Man City. You can never do that because, hey, this is a derby where form goes out the window. In terms of my lineup, what I believe will be, well, let's dive right into my prediction. My predicted 11 should look something like this. Let's go, people. I am going with this predicted lineup. I do predict that Man United would go in with a 3-5-2 for some reason. Keep it very compact, right? Keep them very compact. We see the players that came out in the second half will probably have the fresh legs to start. There might be a 3-4-3, but I believe it's a 3-5-2 against City. We're playing away, and I believe that in goal you will still see Andre Onana, although he had a stinker last time. I would think that we will start Lisandro Martinez as a left centre-back, together with Matthias de Ligt in the middle, and Lena Euro to come back in because he was rested. We cannot live without our Mazraoui, the Swiss Army knives. I believe that Diego Dalot will push the side, and certainly we will see Mazraoui playing as a left wing back. In the middle, we will see Kobe Mainoo, because he was rested, together playing with Manuel Ugarte that provides you a really great midfield. Bruno Fernandes to the right in that midfield as well. And Anthony Dos Santos to come in to play right wing back. On top, we will see two players, which has been crucial, instrumental. It's Rasmus Højlund, that scored a brace, and Amad Diallo as well, that's doing a madness. The reason why I go for this is because you've got lots of creativity. Anthony Dos Santos can bomb down, defend. Lena Euro can also defend. Matthias de Ligt can also defend. Lisandro Martinez. But this will be very compact. You know, Anthony can bomb up, play 1-2 with Diallo. Bruno Fernandes is always lethal, while Ugarte can be the glue and Kobe Mainoo can push up. Now Mazraoui just need to do a little bit of a more defensive work, but he can definitely bomb up and service crosses to the box. I want to hear from you guys. What do you think? Who would you start? Do you agree with this lineup, what I do have here? 100%, I think that this is the greatest lineup we can line up against City. If Manchester United wins this means that this will be a springboard. Currently sitting on 13, winning this means a brilliant springboard to the end of the season and just get us into winning ways, while Man City are facing to lose and fall down, slip down to the abyss to the 5th or 6th. In terms of score prediction, guys, I don't really like to do this, but let's go right into the score prediction. This is going to be a very tight game, in my opinion, and we should always be wary that a wounded animal is the most dangerous animal. Although City is therefore to be taken, we should never underestimate Pep Guardiola or this team. I certainly believe, if I'm going to put my heart to it, I think that it's going to be a 3-1 to Manchester United. Anyway, guys, let me know in the comment section, what do you think? What will be the score prediction for this game? Will Ruben Amorim send Pep Guardiola to the mental hospital? Anyway, thank you guys for watching. This has been Mick Ruby from Mufc Realist TV. Please do me a favor. It's free content. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And we should see you for the game day watch along tomorrow and the post-match reaction show. Have a good day. Glory, glory, Man United. Peace.
Thank you so much for stopping by and watching Mufc Realist TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on the socials.